Good day, everyone. So we are here on our topic data signals. In this topic also we'll be discussing data signals calculations. So the first data signals that we'll be discussing is the binary digits. So binary digits or bits. So these are just simply 0 and 1 that represents on and off. So take note also that 1 byte is equals to 8 bits. Next is our decimal. So decimal is a human readable conversion of binary data. So for example, we are going to program a VFD to be controlled by our HMI, which will be discussed at the end of this slide. We have one example there. So of course, our HMI cannot receive binary digits for data registers. It can only perform binary on the multi-state button, which we can input 0 and 1 for start and stop. So for creating a button that controls the forward rotation of our VFD, since we cannot input binary digits, for example, a 16-bit binary command like we have here, we have 000000000000010. So we can just simply key in the decimal value of 2 to our button. We also have example last time in our PLC programming wherein we want to change the color of the bus bar as we on the motor. So to change the color of the bus bar to yellow from gray, we are sending a data or a decimal value of 50712 to our D0, which is the bus bar. Next signal is hexadecimal. So hexadecimal is a compact conversion of binary. It came from two words, decimal which is tens and hexa is 6. So total we have 16 bits. So we have an example here, an 8-bit status register 1101 1010. If we are going to convert this into hexadecimal, it will just be simply DA. So let's have our conversion. So the first conversion we'll be discussing here is the binary to decimal. So we have an example here, 0110. So since binary is just 2 bits, so from right to left, we are going to key in the value of 2 raised to 0, and then raised to 1, and then raised to 2, and then raised to 3. Okay, then after that, uh, 2 raised to 0 is just 1 because any number raised to 0 is just 1. And then 2 raised to 1 is just 2. And then 2 raised to 2 is 4. And then 2 raised to 3 is 8. Then we can multiply this value here. 1 times 0 is just 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. And 0 times 8 is just 0. Then after that, we are going to add these values. So 0 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 is just 6. So in binary, it's 0110. In decimal, it's 6. So for calculator, we can simply use a mode and then 3 or base 10. And then we can press binary and then just key in this value 0110. Then press equal and then press the DEC for decimal. And we can have the value of 6. Next, the opposite conversion of decimal to binary. So we have the value here of 6. So the first thing we need to do is to divide it to 2. So 6 divided by 2 is simply 3 with a remaining value of 0. Next, we have 3 divided by 2 and then we have 1.5. Now to get the remainder, we can simply omit the 1 on the 1.5 and then we can have here 0.5 and then multiply it to the 2. So we can have the remainder 1. Okay, next is 1 divided by 2. So 1 divided by 2 is simply 0.5. Okay, and we have the 0 and then you emit the 0, we have 0.5 multiplied by 2, the remainder will be 1. Okay, and then we have 0 divided by 2 is just 0, remainder 0. So once you reach the 0, you are going to stop already. So we read it from the bottom up to the top. So we have a 0110, which is the same on our example previously. Again, we can simply use a calculator to calculate this one. We can again simply use the mode 3 function of the calculator. Then we can simply key in 6 for decimal value and then press equal and press bin for binary. As we can see here, we have the same answer 0110. Okay, next conversion from decimal to hexadecimal. So as what I have mentioned earlier, hexadecimal is based on 16. So we have a 16 digit here starting from 0. Okay, so the conversion of decimal to hexadecimal is just the same until 9. Okay, what I mean here is 0 is also 0. Decimal value of 0 is also a hexadecimal value of 0. We start to change here at 10. So 10 become A, 11 become B, 12 becomes C, 13 becomes D, 14 becomes E, and 15 becomes F. So I have here, for example, conversion from decimal to hexadecimal. We have 479. Okay, to convert this, instead of dividing it by 2, we divide it by 16. Since hexadecimal is a base 16 number. So what do we have here? 479 divided by 16. So we have 29.9375. So we take the whole number 29 and then this 0.9375, 0.9375, we multiplied it by 16. And we can have the remainder 15. Okay, next we have 29 divided by 16. It's just simply 1.8125. So we take the whole number 1 and then 0.8125 multiplied by 16. And we have our remainder 13. Then we have 1 divided by 16. 1 divided by 16 is simply 0.0625. So we take the whole number 0 and then we have 0.625 multiplied by 16. And we have our remainder 1. Okay? Then again, the reading is from bottom to top. We have our number here 1, 13, and 15. So since 13 and 15 is not a hexadecimal number, we are going to convert that one. So for 1 is still 1, but for 13 it's D as it was shown earlier in our conversion. And we have 15 as F. So the conversion for 79 decimal to hexadecimal is 1DF. Okay, now we are going to use a calculator again. So we have mode and 3. Then we can key in the value 479 for decimal, press equal, and then press hex. So we can see here we have 1DF. Okay, next, from hexadecimal to decimal. So we have 1DF. So first, we need to convert this one to the decimal format, 1, 13, and 15. Then we are going to uh, put a 16 here raised to 0, just like what we did before in binary. But this time, it's base 16. And then we have 16 raised to 1, 16 raised to 2. And 16 raised to 0 is just 1. Anything raised to 0 is 1. And we have 16 raised to 1 is just 16. And 16 raised to 2 is 256. Then we are going to multiply the value. 1 times 15 is just 15. 13 times 16 is 208. And 1 times 256 is 256. Then we are going to sum up everything. 256 plus 208 plus 15 equals 479. So using calculator, so we can type here 1 and then we have uh, DF. Okay, press equal and then we can press decimal. We have 479. So we have our example here from a Mitsubishi VFD. So if we are going to control this VFD using HMI, so we are going to create a button name forward using a set to constant. Last time we are using the momentary. What else we have used? We also maintain. No, but this time we use set to constant because we are sending constant value to our VFD. So since most of the VFD is a 16-bit format, so we have here from the manual of the Mitsubishi VFD, we can see here the bit assignments. We have from bit 0 to bit 15. That is a total of 16 bit. As we can see here, a stop command is just simply 0. So 0 from the 0 bit is a 0 and then the remaining bits are just simply 0. So if we are going to use the set to constant button and we want the VFD to stop, so we can set the value to 0. Okay, but what if we are going to create a button that will make the VFD move forward rotation when pressed? So as we can see here on the bit 1, okay, we have the forward rotation command. So the bit 0 is just 0. And then the bit 1 is, of course, we're going to change it to 1 to make a forward rotation command. Okay, and then the remaining, of course, the number 2 will be 0 because that is for reverse function, and then the remaining will just simply 0. Okay, so we are going to use what we have learned so far to to convert it to a decimal value. Okay, so we have a bit here 0010. So forget about the remaining bits because it's just 0. Okay, again, we use 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, and then 2 raised to 3. Okay, what we have here, we have 2 raised to 0 is 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1, I mean, is 2, 2 raised to 2 is 4, and then 2 raised to 3 is 8. Then we are going to multiply it. We have 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 2 is 2, 0 times 4 is 0, 0 times 8 is 0. And then nothing to add because it's just 2 there. So 0010 is simply 2. Okay, so in our HMI design, we are going to choose the button set to constant, set everything. For here, I use the green color and then I put the text forward. For the address, uh, this was taken from the manual of the VFD, Mitsubishi VFD. So it states there that if we want to control the function forward, stop, and reverse, we are going to use this 8. So RW stands for read and write. We are going to discuss that one later, but I want you to focus here on the detail. Okay, on the detail, as you can see there, the data format is unsigned decimal. Okay, then uh, the one we have calculated here for the forward rotation command is 2. Then that's the one we are going to key in here on the detail. And this will be interpreted by our VFD as a 16-bit format. 000000000000000010, and it will going to start the motor in forward rotation. So that's it. I hope you have learned something in our data calculation, and thank you very much for listening.